So hi my tech mining spums. In today's video, as we know, we are going to be discussing about the law number 1 of the book, the 48 laws of power. So without wasting any of your valuable time, let's start the fucking video. Law number 1, never outshine your master. Well, I'm looking at notes here, as you can see. I'm not looking at the book. Okay. Law number 1, never outshine your masters. The book gives you 4 examples, but the most necessary are the two examples that are given in the front of the book. So the example goes like this. There was a prime minister, there was not a prime minister. There was a finance minister whose name was Nicholas D. Fouquet. I just added the D out of nowhere. It was Nicholas Fouquet. Whatever the hell his name was. It was Nicholas Fouquet. Yes, anyways, he was a finance minister at the King Louis XIV's court. So, what the shit flew out of my mouth. Okay, he was a finance minister at the court of Louis XIV, the King Louis XIV. So, he thought that he was going to be the next prime minister after one prime minister was found dead, or I don't know whether he was found dead or whatever happened to him. So, what the king did was he didn't appoint Nicholas as the new prime minister, because Nicholas wasn't the shit ready to be a fucking prime minister. He didn't appoint him. So that's why Nicholas thought, oh my god, Louis King XIV didn't make me the prime minister. I must have did something wrong. So let me throw a party so all of the people can show how great I am, and he will appoint me the prime minister of the fucking country. And then he went on and gave a lavish party. Louis XIV was invited to that party, and when Louis the king came down to that party, the Louis XIV king came down to the party. Nicholas Fouquet had thrown out such a wonderful party that everyone was praising him. So, and everyone was praising him. Everyone thought he was so wealthy. Everyone appreciated that party. Everyone thought that party was one of the best parties ever thrown in the entire world. So that's why the party ended. There was so many lavish things, bitches everywhere, so many good things, and the party ended. And after the party ended, the next morning, Louis XIV took the finance minister Nicholas Fouquet and just framed him of one of many treasons that he had committed. The king had told Fouquet to commit some of the crimes, and now the king framed him that he was the only one committing the crime, and then framed him and sent him to jail. So now the Nicholas Fouquet was sent to jail because you know what he did? He did a crucial mistake. He went on and showed himself and to other people that he is greater than his master himself. Louis XIV is the king, he is the master. And when Nicholas threw such a lavish party there, XIV was disappointed. XIV was jealous. He was envious. So that's why tomorrow morning Fouquet was nowhere to be found, because he was sent to prison for a crime that he did not commit. That is the cruel point of power. And there is a quote in this book that is written, when the evening happened, Fouquet was on top of the world, but when it ended, he was at the bottom, as we can know. And the next example is a famous and a great scientist named Galileo, or whatever the shit his name was. But what he did was, he was a scientist, and back then scientists would not be paid as so much, because they would give the kings that the different kinds of microscope. They would make microscopes and give the kings, but in return they would only get gifts. No one would pay them to do science shit. So Galileo had a great idea. So one time he discovered that Jupiter had 4 moons. You know what he did? There was there was the Cosmo dynasty at that time. So the Cosmo dynasty worshipped Jupiter, as their prime god, Jupiter as the strongest god among all of them. And Galileo found 4 moons that were circling Jupiter. And then you know what he did? He told the Cosimo dynasty that the king was the founder of Cosimo I. The founder was the Jupiter, and there were 4 brothers of Cosimo I, and there were 4 brothers of Cosimo I. No, I'm sorry. There was a king whose name was Cosimo I. He discovered Cosmo I. He discovered Cosmo dynasty, and there were his siblings or his people that came after him. So there was Cosmo II, the now king, now who is the king of the dynasty right now, I think so. Cosmo I was the king of the dynasty, and then Cosmo I had 4 brothers. So what Galileo did was very smart. He told that Cosmo I is the Jupiter, and Cosmo's 4 brothers are the moon circling him. And that made the master so proud of himself that he assigned Galileo as a court philosopher, and he never had to worry for even a dime, because what he did was he found out that Jupiter had 4 moons, and taken the attributes of Jupiter and told it that the other king also have this attribute, and made the king look bigger in front of make the king of the Cosmo dynasty look bigger in front of the others, because Jupiter was worshipped in Cosmo dynasty, and they thought that Jupiter was one of the greatest shit that could happen. So that's how Galileo got his fucking break, by manipulating masters. So what this law tried to, there are more 2 examples, but I will not delve into them because they provide less value. As you can understand, in the case of Fouquet, that he tried to destroy the insecurity of his master. He tried to increase the insecurity of his master, so that got him killed. So this law tells us that there are insecurities in all of the people around us. They want to be more. They want to appear that they want others to think that they are more than they appear. Like your boss, like your master, like at work, your boss wants to appear high from all of you peasant employers. What we are going to do is we are going to let the boss be boss. So in school there were some kinds of students that always licked the teachers. Yes, we call them teacher like chatnu, and they used to lick teachers like, "Oh teacher, you didn't keep the homework." You know what? Teachers liked them the most. Teacher used to give them unsolvable questions. Teacher used to give them practical marks, whatever the shit that goes on in school system. Yeah, that's how it works. You need to make your master feel comfortable above you. So whenever you are in a social situation and somebody tries to flex, or somebody tries to do something good, not good, somebody tries to flex, or somebody who is higher than you tries to so little bit of chalpal, we say in Nepali, you are going to do is acknowledge them. Yes, it may sound weird, but you are doing it for the greater good, because you are acknowledging them. You are doing it for the greater good. You are going to be helped by them, because they are going to take care of you. Make your master seem like he is the only one that is needed in this world. Make him feel that. So that's why he will give in one day. And now, people have insecurities. Learn how to preserve them. Learn how to target people. Learn how to please them. Become a people pleaser, so that you can get all of the fucking benefits. You can fuck that 30-year-old mom. You can do whatever the shit with it. Okay. Now the next thing we are going to delve into is that how can we use this in real life? So how can you use this in real life? So as said in the previous video, I'm going to tell you how you can use this law in real life. So you will always have a teacher or a boss around you. What you are going to do is you are going to make the boss or the teacher seem like they are the most important people in the fucking world. If you are watching this video, either you are in school, either you are working for someone else, or either you are in a job, okay? What you want to do is make the boss feel like he is superior to everyone. Make the boss feel like he is the goddamn fucking Jupiter. That way you can play in his insecurities. That way you can know him better than anyone and strike where it hurts. Okay, now that was the way how you can use it in daily life. Like if you have any teachers who try to please them, try to lick the teachers, try to please them, try to do homework, try to remind the teacher that you haven't given homework or something like that. Try to please them so that they can give you more practical marks. Use your fucking brain. The last benchers, the back benchers, they never got fucking practical marks in their real life because they didn't know what to do with people. That's why some of them succeed very well, like introvert types succeed very well, and all of them, 1% succeeds, all of them are fucking back. All of them drive taxis or shit like that. So now the last segment of the video is how I used it that day. To be honest, I interacted with no one today, but actually I have something, I did something that day when, so listen to me carefully. I have an aunt who likes to flex, okay? She's rich and she likes to flex. And what I do is I play right into her insecurities. What I do is I please her. What I do is I make her feel like that she is the only one. And then she gives us favors, okay? This is real type shit. This is reality. This is reality. This is how it works. This is how it works out here in the streets. She gives us gifts. She thinks highly of myself. Or one time I used it when I was talking with someone who was older in the gym. So like he was trying to say like, you don't do bench press like this. And then I said like, oh yes, you are not going to do that. Yes, you are right. You are very good. How much have you trained? What have you done with your life? Oh my god, you are so successful. Please play right into them. And now, last is the reversal of the law. The reversal of the law is that how you can use the law to destroy someone. Okay, so now you find out about what their weakness is. You make them feel like they are the most important people in the world. You make them feel like they are the one, they are the sun, you are the star. And then what you do is you find out about their insecurities and find out what disturbs them the most and strike there. You feeling me? We are discussing something we shouldn't, okay? But we need to strike where it hurts. Know them, make them feel like they are the biggest person in the world, and slowly time will wear them down. And then you strike at last. But what if someone is so insecure that you can strike from the first? You need to do is strike. All you need to do is strike them down. If someone is so insecure, you can feel that right from here, then you are going to strike them down, take their position, just like when you are in a war. If someone is weak, you kill them. So that was the law in detail, the 48 laws of power, law number 1. Okay. See you next time, my tech mining spam. Bye.